What's going on, everybody? My name is Steven. You're watching Fowler Airgun Channel. We are back at it again, guys, and today I'm walking you again right out here to our 40-yard target. Just want to show you our paint is nice and clean here, and let's talk a little bit about what I got going on. So over here in the shooting box, I have the Umarex Fusion 2. It's a CO2 multi-shot bolt action air rifle. And if you've been following any of my videos, then you'll see that I've completely transformed this thing and doing some really great things out here with this. The whole point of this video that I want to bring this video to you for is to kind of give you an idea. Got spider webs all in my tent, excuse me. Kind of give you an idea of what you can do, what I like to do on a budget build. A lot of guys like to do this. You get out there, get you an old Crossman 2240 or something, and or possibly machine it at home yourself and fix you up a nice little air gun. A little project to work on. This is my Umarex Fusion 2. It is now converted from CO2 to PCP. However, super cool, another bonus, it still shoots the CO2. Now I've gotten out and I've shot some of the CO2 over the Chronograph, and the numbers do vary. They're quite a bit different, but still dramatically a huge increase in power with the tune, still with the CO2. You're just not getting a high shot count. That's because it's obviously using more of the gas. However, I'm a PCP type guy myself, so this is what I've went with here. And maybe here I get it for us out here in the sun a little bit so you all can see what I got going on here a little bit better. We're gonna run some numbers over the Chronograph here and do us a little bit of shooting out there. 40 yards. Alrighty, so this is my Umarex Fusion. It's a 177 caliber PCP now, multi-shot air gun here, and you can see we're aired right on up there. Not quite sure if you can tell or not. Turn this a little more towards the sun here. Perhaps you can tell, perhaps not, but we're sitting right at 1900 psi. Got this little piece of tape over the gauge here, over the manometer, just to kind of mark where 2000 is, because I filled this up to I think it was 2300 psi max. Let it sit overnight. That's as high as I'll go, but it shoots really great right here at 1900 psi. All right, check that out, guys. What we got going on here? Got a little Donnie FL action on there, and yes, it is threaded on. I put a little adapter on here. I know it's not the cleanest, greatest thing, but it was just it's been a pretty quick project. I haven't loomed on it for a long time. It's advanced really quick. It's just been something I've been doing kind of in between all the stuff I got going on at home here. This is just a self-adhesive, like bandage type wrap here. It's not duct tape. It just goes around between the barrel and the shroud here and the air cylinder down here, with a little bit of hot glue in between to kind of act as a barrel band. It's a little funky, but you know, I'll tell you guys, the accuracy doesn't lie. Got this nice little sniper 3x9 on the back here. It's helping us get out there. So now that we've had a little look at it, you can see some things I've done here. I've also mounted one solid Picatinny rail right to the bottom of this. I just wasn't too crazy about the M-LOK design. I have M-LOK bipod, however, the problem is with this, when you have that big 88 gram CO2 cartridge in there, which is what I now use for the tank, it tends to kind of get in the way and makes the tank not quite see into the stock very well. I apologize. I'm trying to get y'all hung up here on this tripod. And actually, let me see what we got going on. So, bring you out here real quick, guys, just to sling a few pellets down range. I'm not sure if you can tell, but We've actually got a pretty good wind kicking today, guys. It's kicking right now anywhere steadily at like 6 and kicking up between like 12 and 15, somewhere right in the area. So it's gonna make for a little ugly, but that's all right. We're gonna do it anyways. Check it out. Y'all seen the board down there, fair and square, 1900 psi with the Donnie FL. This is my Tonto. This isn't the Tonto, is it? Here, I can't remember which one. Yeah, this is the Tanto, however you'd like to pronounce it. And superbly quiet, superbly, much better than the factory shroud moderator that they put on there. So today, what I'm going to be shooting are these JSB Exact Monster Diablos. These are 13.43 grains, and these are just a traditional skirted dome pellet. It's just a larger, much larger size 177 caliber pellet. And I believe we're gonna find out when we shoot a chronograph. I believe these are moving right at about 600 feet per second, just over 600 feet per second. So making some great energy. This is not the pellet of choice for this rifle, so I just had to get with Baker Air Guns, and because unfortunately this is pretty much the only place I could find them, and order me some of these FX 10.3 grain pellets, because guys, I kid you not, I can shoot 1-inch spinners at 55 yards with this rifle now. And with those 10.3 grain FX pellets, it makes a phenomenal group out there. I've dared to start pushing it out further, but just right here I have 65. I haven't taken it out to the farther range yet to play around with it. I'm not in any rush, just kind of got jumping on and messing with this project. Anyway, so I'm gonna load us up a magazine right quick, and we're gonna shoot us a group right out to 40. And again, I'm not zeroed in with these pellets here, so these are, I believe they're gonna be drifting off a bit to the left, possibly the right. I can't remember exactly which way these were hitting. A bit different than those FX pellets. And that's the other thing, this is an extremely cheap barrel. It's a very short barrel. I believe it's right at like 15 inches, somewhere around there. And it's absolutely budget friendly. See, this is what I like to do over here. I'm all about getting something that I have a vision for. So I look at something that comes out, I see something and I say, wow, that's really cool. Don't get me wrong, I like what the manufacturer's done, but Stephen Fowler just feels like he could do a little bit better. And maybe this isn't for everybody. This is just what I personally like. But I mean, come on guys, that's a smooth rifle. I mean, it is, and it's really sturdy. I haven't had any issues bumping around the moderator and it moving a whole bunch. But again, I haven't played with this thing a whole lot. I've really only had a little bit of time in between life here recently. So while we have a small break, we're gonna shoot a group. Again, we're gonna shoot these 13.43 grain pellets, and you may hear highway traffic over me shooting, not because necessarily that's just common, but because this thing's absolutely quiet. It's registering extremely low, and I don't have a meter. I could order one. I need to get me one. They're extremely cheap. Had one a long time ago, but I would imagine it's somewhere at like, I mean, it can't be above like 50. I mean, it's really low, very, very low. I'll let you hear for yourself. All right, here we go. We're good. Safety's off. I'm gonna shoot us a group at 40. 9 shots here, and we may even just go ahead and load up another magazine. I'm just shooting off the bipod here. Did you hear that? You can hear the wind more than you can hear the gun. Absolutely quiet. Had that one pull a little bit on me. I think that was some wind gusting down there real hard. Still making a great group down there. And again, mind you, these are just 13.43 grain pellet. We're gonna shoot you some numbers over chronograph, but I pulled that one too a little bit there, shaky on that shot. 10.9 grains with the way I have this thing tuned. I mean, they are really making an impressive group. We're getting there. Getting a lot of wind. I believe that was the end of our shooting there. Alright, empty magazine. Let me decock this and put this guy on safety here. Alright, and just to show you, because I'm sure a lot of folks would be curious here too. Alright, because I got to take you off here anyway, so bear with me for just a moment. Stuff like this gets me excited. I like to show you guys. Alright, so I know the lighting. Let me make sure to tap on my GoPro here, see if I can bring the picture up here. Maybe you can see that. But we went from 1900 down to about, let's say it's right at about 1700, maybe 1650, somewhere right in that area. Still over 1500 psi. And we're gonna shoot over chronograph actually with this next magazine. Here's what I'm gonna do real quick. Bear with me. Can't make my mind up half the time here, guys. It's always a lot going on. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to load this up a magazine right this second. We're gonna turn right around since the chronograph is right out there. And again, these are the 13.43 grain JSB Monster Diablo. I shot a couple of the JSB Beast, the 16.39 grain, I believe is what it is, out of here, and they just didn't fly well. Obviously, this thing is not moving them quite fast enough either. Again, these 13.43 grains, I believe these were moving right above 600 feet per second. We're about to see how correct I am, if I'm telling the truth or not, or if I'm just sadly mistaken. Now, it's been a couple days since I've had this rifle out, but anyways, look here. Rifle, grab this magazine. I'm gonna turn you all right here, right around to the chronograph. Just a little old switchy, make sure my camera's pointed in the right direction. All right, here we go. So we are still on the same field. Again, right there, I'm not sure if you can see that, but like I said, it's up there. It's right about 16. It's got, I'd call it maybe 1650, somewhere in that area. All right, and we got those big old whopping JSB Monster Diablo. No, not the Monster Diablo. Yes, the Monster. All right, first shot. I'm gonna quit talking and just shoot this thing over chronograph for you. Once I take safety off. 690. Okay, so it's a bit more, or perhaps the shot curve has just driven this thing really high up, because I haven't had a huge amount of time to sit out here and shoot this thing over the chronograph or anything. I believe it's our last shot here. 691 to finish off. There you go, look, check that out. Let me see where we're at. And that's only brought us down to about, I call that about 1400. You tell me what you think, right about 1400? 691. I hope you all could see all those chronograph numbers. Let me touch my GoPro here and see. I believe maybe you'd be able to see them in the video there. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set this guy down right here on this table, and then we're gonna walk right out there, and I'm gonna show you what kind of group we got going just out here at 40 yards. 40 yards out there to the Green Pig. We're gonna walk it on down here for you. Look at that. Now, mind you, let's see, where are we at here? Maybe from our farthest, which most of them ended up right here. So we had, I think, 2 of them that shot down low, and the rest of them were pretty much all right here. Again, mind you, these aren't with the pellets that this is most accurate with. This is just me out here messing around. And it's looking like we're really shooting more towards the 700 feet per second range, up there 680, 690 on that second magazine, which that's just over the chronograph. This could have grouped probably a lot better, you know, at those higher velocities. I am pretty sure when I checked it, it was at 600 feet per second. I don't know. I could just be out of my mind a little bit, guys. Anyways, that's the group I'm shooting at 40. Now, when you guys see when I get this ammunition in the mail, and I can shoot us some groups out here at 55 yards, maybe even push it beyond there, really see what it does. This is just to show you what this thing is capable of. See, that's really what I like to do, is I like to find something. I just kind of get this like vision on it where I'm like, okay, these are the ideas. I like, this rifle's cool, but you know, it could have a little bit more. There's that 691. Like, it, sometimes I just feel like manufacturers kind of short themselves and their customers, really, because but really they're themselves almost more than anything, because it's like they have this pretty cool platform here, you know, and you see it and you're just like, ah, but it's got so much more potential. And I mean, realistically, for them to have just turned this into, you know, Picatinny and gone away with the M-lock rails here, the barrel itself actually comes to right about here anyway, so it's, you already got a pretty long setup here. With the Donnie FL, the way I have it set up on here, it's every bit just, actually I want to say it was, I can't remember exactly what it was, just under half of an inch shorter than the factory moderator with this setup on it here. So you're still right at the same distance, or right at the same length from butt pad to the barrel, into the barrel, or the end of your accessory there. You know, a little bit more opening up some stuff here, some light spring work, and then possibly offering an option. Now this deal here that I have with the homemade tank here from the old CO2, 88 gram CO2 bottles, I mean, that's a really easy setup there, guys. There's people that could be offering such a product like this, you know, for really cheap, really cheap. Anyways, that's what I wanted to come out here and show you. I wanted to come out here and show you this sweet rifle I got going on here. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. I'm gonna sit out here and I'm gonna shoot around a little bit more. I have a couple different pellets and some slugs and things. I'm kind of running through this and just seeing if there's anything that can beat those FX 10.3 grain pellets. I kind of doubt it, because I just feel like this is such it's got such aggressive rifling in it, and it's really on the cheaper line with the barrels and stuff, so I don't think it's going to get much better. I think it just really likes the pellets. That's okay, that's not a big deal, because we can launch these pellets pretty far these days. Anyways, with that being said, pretty sweet, right? Ah, wasp trying to fly in my face. Pretty sweet, right? Anyways, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, guys. You don't have to, but I really, you know, would appreciate it. It'd be cool. If you like it, subscribe so you can see some more content like this. And as always, man, we'll see you next time.